Welcome to part 2 of Let's Play Alex Kidd in Miracle World. In this video I'll be completing the game. Here we go. Right, let's go inside the shop. Welcome. Please buy the things that you like. Okay, let's get another pettycopter. That makes this level a lot easier. There's some more teleport powder. Let's get that. And lastly, let's get the magic capsule B. This is a new item. It gives us a temporary shield. So we'll use that later. Alright, let's go. Spazzing out. Oh yeah, the clouds. Touch neither the cloud nor the lightning. It'll either kill you or take your pettycopter away. I can't remember, or it might do both. But it's pretty nasty. Okay. Okay, let's kill these. There we go, lovely. Another cloud. You can actually go above this one. There we go. I think this one's a power bracelet, I think. Yep. Need that power bracelet, mate, thank you. Right, let's go above this one, there we go. Actually, I'm not entirely sure I did need that, but I got it anyway. There we go. Okay. I'm Paperhead, the first henchman of the king. I'll let you pass by here if you win 3 Janken matches. You must choose either the paper, scissors or stone before the music stops. Okay, here we want to choose stone and then scissors. That's it. Darn it, I lose. Okay, now we want scissors. Darn it, I lose. There we go, good. And that's the end of Paperhead. Okay, on to the 11th level, I think. Okay, here's the first castle. Okay, we need to rescue Alex Kidd's brother, I think. I think that's Alex Kidd's brother. And we have to get a bit of paper. Whoops. And I'll just get that one, there we go. And go. I'm not sure how to get those bags of money without dying, except the first one. So if anyone knows, please let me know. Okay, here we want to go to the top right first, kill him. There's a life over here if you want it, which I do, of course. Well, I don't really want it or need it, but I want to get it just to show you how to get it. And to show you that I can. Okay, here we want to go to the bottom right now. Big jump. That's it. If you go down there, that leads to a place further on, and you don't want to do that because you'll miss something. Or rather, several things, I think. That's it, good, first time. Right, let's go. The bag of money there is a trap. Let's use the power bracelet, makes this a bit easier. There we go. Good. Let's get the money. Yeah, that happens. Whoops, need to do that again now. I'll have to wait. Thank you. I don't care if you wear a trap, I'm still getting you. Anyway, so go to the top right here. This is where Alex's brother is residing at the moment. First of all, let's get rid of this ghost. There we go, and escape. There we go, good. Get that one, and then get that one. Now, one of these blocks you have to shoot or punch, and it will unlock the cage. Might be this one. I think it changes as well. No, it's not that one this time, at least. No, let's try. Or we might have to hit them 2 times or something. Oh, yeah, there we go. Whatever. Thank you, Alex. The Moonlight Stone is in the Nibbana Kingdom, so you must reach there before Janken the Great does. An autographed letter addressed to the Nibbana Kingdom is hidden somewhere in this castle. After finding it, take it with you. Okay, if you screw that up by getting rid of too many blocks, you can't reach those things. Then just go away and come back, and then the blocks reappear. There we go. Anyway, let's go down here. Quickly do that. That just misses. Good. Right, now we want to go to the bottom right. Okay, get rid of these now, then walk over the blocks like that. Then the ghost won't get you. Good, bags of money. Quick. That's it, good. That was textbook. That's it, lovely. Okay, here, you want to get to the top. Best way to do that is like that. There we go. And then don't get rid of the blocks, of course. Now, I think the bottom way earlier that I missed, I think that would have led to this room also, but I'm not entirely sure because I haven't tested it. What's that? That's the letter we need to the Nibbana Kingdom. That was amazingly close. You need the letter, otherwise we won't be able to get the tablet. And I think if you don't have the letter, then you die because a ghost appears. But I haven't tested that. I've just read about it. Anyway, wait for the flames to get all the way to the right there, and then do a big jump. There we go. Good. To get through here, do this. It's the only way, really. Oh, that was close, blimey. Right, now, there's a new technique I haven't shown you yet. My controller that I'm using has an analog stick and a D-pad. It's easy to do this with a D-pad. You have to do this. It's a bit like Wario from Wario Land 2. You know, you sort of do a crouching slide like that, then you just have to keep pressing left to get through this. It's the only way through this place, and the only way to this room. And inside is the other telepathy ball I told you about, or rather, about which I told you. So that's where it is if you missed the other one. You can either go over the flames and get it the other way around, or do it the easier, or rather the less dangerous way, but the longer way, which is doing this. Another crouching slide thing. If you need it or want it, which I do just to show you, but I already have one. There we go. Well, that was a good one. Managed to get nearly all the way through without having to press right a lot. Anyway, let's go. This one can be awkward. No. There we go. Just keep trying, you'll get it eventually. There's no time limit, so the world is your oyster. Quickly get through here. Quick, that's it, before that happens. Right. Now we need to make it to the top there, I think. Quickety quick, quick, quick. There we are. Let's wait for this annoyance to turn around. Quick, let's go. There we are. I'm Stonehead, the third henchman of the king. I'll let you pass by here if you win 3 Janken matches. Okay, so we have to battle Stonehead again. You must choose either the paper, scissors or stone before the music stops. Okay, here it's just paper and then paper. It makes sense really because he is Stonehead after all. Darn it, I lose. And paper again. Darn it, I lose. Well, it looks like that's the way it's meant to be. Okay, take this. Okay, now we have to defeat him properly. He needs 3 hits, and just take your time because there's no time limit, remember. I think while he's not moving after you hit him, I think it doesn't hurt you, but I don't want to test it out. There's 1. There's 2. And that's 3, good. Okay. Right, okay, that's what we have. Yeah, there's a shop here. Welcome, please buy the things that you like. Okay, we don't need a magic capsule B, we already have one of them. So we need magic capsule A and a life. There we go, good. Well, I don't need it, but I'll get it anyway. Let's go up here, then I can get the others. There we go. I'm Scissors Head, the second henchman of the king. I'll let you pass by here if you win 3 Janken matches. Okay, we have to battle Scissors Head again. You must choose either the paper, scissors or stone before the music stops. Okay, here it's just stone and stone. And again it makes sense because he is Scissors Head after all. I'm also glad that he can't read my thoughts because I don't change my mind at all. Darn it, I lose. After you defeat him, you have to defeat him properly, like the last one. Like before, he needs 3 hits, and after you hurt him, he won't be able to hurt you briefly while he's not moving. Also like before, darn it, I lose. Also like before, there's no time limit, so just take your time. Well, it looks like that's the way it's meant to be. Okay, take this. Okay, just avoid the shots and then try to get him when you can. There's no time limit, just take your time. That's 1, that was well timed. That's 2. That's 3. Make sure you avoid the last shot even after he's dead, it can still kill you of course. And that's that, okay. Alright, now another pettycopter level. If you lose your pettycopter here, you are screwed, so do not lose your pettycopter. You are pretty much dead if you do. Just take your time. There we go, lovely. And that's that. Okay, next level. Oh yeah, this bit. Now I think if you don't have the letter, or rather I've read, if you don't have the letter, the king here will summon a ghost and it will kill you, so you have to have the letter. I think. Although I haven't tested that out, but I did read that on Game FAQs. Oh Alex, I'm terribly sorry, but I was just robbed of the Moonlight Stone. The crown is in Lake Deep. You'd better take this stone slab with you. Now you need this stone slab, otherwise you won't be able to do the last level in the game. Or rather you can, but you won't know how to do it, and you just have to rely on luck or a Game FAQs guide. Okay, so nab that, and then go. Okay, another shop. Welcome, please buy the things that you like. Okay, we don't need one of those, a flying thing. We don't need a ring, I think. But we do need a motorbike. Let me just leave and come back so I can see what I have. Yeah, I do need a ring, actually. Let's get a ring. Luckily you can go inside the shop again. I don't need the cane thing. I'll use that later. Alright, another one of these. Need that money, there we go. Get that money. Thank you. I think that was a life, not entirely sure though. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, never mind. I better use the ring actually. Did not want to lose my bike there. It doesn't matter though. Oh good, another ring. Just as well I fell off really, because then otherwise I would have wasted that ring I bought, because there's another one at the end anyway. Okay, I'm Paperhead, the first henchman of the king. I'll let you pass by here if you win 3 Janken matches. Okay, so we have to battle Paperhead again. Now you must choose either the paper, scissors or stone before the music stops. Now you may be tempted to think that the pattern here is scissors then scissors, but it isn't, it's actually stone then scissors, so it only half makes sense. However, the boss, or rather defeating him properly after this, is really easy. Darn it, I lose. Despite the fact that he doesn't freeze when he's hit, there's a trick you can use that makes him the easiest of all the bosses. Okay, so it's scissors now. Darn it, I lose. Well, it looks like that's the way it's meant to be. Okay, take this. Okay, so just stand here, and then just wait for him to go past. He doesn't freeze when he gets hit, which in theory makes him harder, but as long as you do this, then you can't lose. There we go, he's dead. And that's that, perfect. And on to the next level. Okay, big jump, that's it, so you can get them. Okay, fall down and go to the right. Did I make it? Yeah, good. I'm not sure how to get the one up there without using the cane. If anyone knows, please let me know. Okay, over here. Okay, get this if you want to. There we go, lovely. Fall down here. Let's get the power bracelet out. You can get the money over here if you want. There's just 2 bags, one that you can see and one you can't. I'll try to wangle my way to getting them. And yes, wangle is actually a word. I learned of the word because I used to read a comic that comes out in this country, or did do. I think it's stopped now. There's a competition. A comic called The Dandy. There's a character in there called Winker Watson, who goes to public school, and he's a bit like Roger the Dodger in the Beano. He's always trying to find ways of getting out of doing things, except in the case of Roger the Dodger, he calls them dodges. Winker Watson called them wangles, and it's a word. If you wangle something, then you're trying to make you're trying to get to do it. And then trying to get to do something. So if you wangle yourself out of doing something, then you're getting out of doing it, I think. And by public school, in America, people think of public schools as normal schools, the normal state schools that are open to the public. But it's a bit of a it's almost a misnomer in this country, because a public school, even though it sounds like a misnomer, it does actually make sense. A public school in this country is a school it's an independent school, but it's one of the original independent schools that was set up in the 16th or 17th centuries, and they charge a lot of money, such as Eton or Harrow. They charge about 25 or 30 grand per year in tuition, and they're called public schools because when they opened, there were no schools whatsoever for anyone, really. But they were public schools because they were, in theory, open to the public. Anyone could go there as long as you could pay the extortionate fees. So when you think of public school in this country, you don't think of a normal state school, in a comprehensive school. You just think you think of a really, really posh school where the really, really rich people go, or rather, really rich children, where they go. There are other independent schools, but they're technically not public schools because they weren't set up in the Middle Ages. But they're also fee-paying. But I remember someone I spoke to years ago. He accused me quite obnoxiously, or rather he asked me, did you go to private school? And I corrected him and said, you mean public school, because that's what you mean. And no, I didn't. I went to a rather grotty comprehensive. I just happened to speak properly. Right. Yeah, you don't want to go down here because there's a dead end over there. Although over there looks like there's a gap in the ceiling. I've tried going up there with the cane, but it's blocked off. It leads me to believe there might be a secret somewhere in this level, but I've never found it. If anyone knows where that comes from, that hole in the ceiling, I'd love to know. But if you go up there, you'll find it blocked off, even with the cane. So don't bother going there. I think I know where up there leads. I think I'll show you that later. Yeah, so I've been accused a few times of being posh, of attending a quote-unquote private school when they meant public school. But I assure you I didn't. Okay, so on the left there, over there, is just that place again. Big jump, that's it. Carefully drop down there and get these now, not later on while you're trying to jump over this flame. You might hit the flame. It has happened, believe me. Quickly go to the right before the water comes down. That's it, but make sure you get rid of the blocks, of course. Kill him. Lots of the royal family go to Eton, but I'm fairly certain that Prince Charles went to one in Scotland called Gordonston, where he was called Jug-ears. Yeah, he didn't go to Eton, but a lot of I think William and Prince Harry, whose real name is Henry, they went to Eton, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, here. Now those two question mark blocks over there, they're the ones that have ghosts in. So one of them will have something nice, the other one has a ghost in. So, and if you want to get rid of the ghost, you will have to escape. The best escape route is on the left. You can try to make it up to the exit on the top there, but if you do, then you risk screwing up the jump and then and having the ghost chase after you, and you have to do this to get it. So I'll talk about public schools more when I do this. Yeah, there's Harrow, Eton, Gordonston, I think. Or maybe Gordonston's not one of them because it's in Scotland, and by the Act of Union 1707, they actually they did retain their rights to separate laws, separate church, and separate education. So there's probably not a public school in the strictest sense, or rather the only sense. But yeah, Prince Charles went to Gordonston, where he was called Juggies. Yeah, I know for a fact that at the Harrow schools, where they wear those little hats, it's a boys' school. They charge 25 grand a year. That's £25,000. Right, so yep, power bracelet and a ghost. Right, let's go up here, quickly escape before the ghost gets us. There we go. If you're standing next, if the ghost is with you when you exit, it can follow you into the next room. So make sure it's pretty far away before you exit the room. Otherwise, it can follow you into the next room, which is really annoying. And almost spells pretty much certain death. Oh yeah, this nonsense. Yes, people think that I must be posh because I don't speak with an accent. That's nothing to do with me. The accent is just the one I have. Right. Yeah, that's how we get that money. Right, if you want what's in here, I think there's a power bracelet in here as well. You have to use the cane. I think there's a life as well or something. Fortunately, yeah, life and power bracelet. Fortunately, we can use the flying cane, whatever it is, to fly over that nonsense as well. Makes it a bit easier. Fortunately, we've lost our power bracelet, so we have to use it again. I think down there that money is where we were before. I think that leads down there. So if you want that money, you have to use the cane and get up there. But it's not really worth it. That makes that go like that, just standing in the middle of it. So it would go if you use the cane, I think. Right, for this thing, I think we need the power bracelet again. Let's put it on. Oh no, not yet. If you want that money, you're going to have to jump carefully onto that brick wall there. Try not to fall in the water. Destroy the blocks on the top of that assortment there. Keep the one in the middle so it stops you from falling off the edge on the right hand side. Get the money, then try to jump back. The trouble is you risk either falling in the water and hitting the flame. It's not worth it for that money, so don't bother. Yeah, be careful with that. Okay, that block there, whenever I get it, it's always a ghost, so don't bother. If you do accidentally get the ghost, you'll find it very difficult to escape this place. Because it's difficult to get out of this place and hit the ladders, or rather grab all the ladders and things, so don't get that block. Okay, get this twice quickly, and then... No, I screwed it up. You need to get that block twice. For some reason it's not working. No. For some reason that's not working. I'll have to get rid of the power bracelet. What can I use? I don't want to use that. Let's use invincibility. There we go. That'll get rid of the power bracelet. I don't know why, but that's worked before. You need to hit this twice. Yeah, there you go. No, I screwed it up again. Yeah, it's working without the power bracelet. Nope. Does this actually work? No, I can't actually punch now. It doesn't actually go away. Oh, good. Right, now I can do it. Quickly go, quick. Oh, blimey. Yeah, that bit is tricky. I don't know why that wouldn't work with the power bracelet. It worked before. Right. I had to use that magic capsule B to make the power bracelet go away. It only goes away if you use another item, go in water, or exit the level, or lose a life. Fortunately, I don't have a power bracelet for this now. There we go. Okay, wait here, just so you can see what happens. Here, that goes down. And then that happens. Make the ladder appear and go back. So we have to go down there pretty quickly. Quick. Oh, that was close, yeah. You can get the money if you want, but it's not worth it. Easier with a power bracelet, of course. Right. Wish that hadn't done that, actually, because... what do I have to use? I'll have to use something. I'll have to use invincibility. Yeah, let's use invincibility. Might as well get this now, would it? No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, because you need to hit that block twice to get rid of the blocks there. Quickly do that. No, it mucked it up. Okay, then we're in the water. Yeah, you can wangle yourself out of there if you use the cane, but it's not really worth it. This is pretty simple. That's why I bought those items to use. But I'm annoyed I had to use the magic capsule B to get rid of the power bracelet. Normally that does work with the power bracelet. I don't know why it didn't. It was annoying. Right, now here you think this is difficult, but it isn't. All you have to do is just do that, and then you won't hit the top spikes as long as you don't hit the bottom ones. That's the main thing. Just hit the top ones if you want, but don't press up. Just don't, just let it go up on its own, and you won't get hurt with the top spikes. There we go. Nice and easy. Really difficult when I first did that, but as long as you know what you're doing, it's pretty easy. Now this business. What do I have to use? Don't have a cane. I don't have anything to use. You get that life if you want to. Oh, that's close. Oh, blimey. There we go. That's it, lovely. Hate that bit. Right, what's over here? Oh yeah, this business. You just have to run really quickly. Here we go. Quickety quick. That's it. Ignore that. Oh yes. Down there is if you want. Or there's another way up there with the cane. If you want another invincibility, which I do, you'll see why. Then you need to go and hit the fish block over there. Then you can go and get it. Trouble is, without a cane, you'll have to go all the way back through that water again. It's not too bad, but it's just a pain. Hit that. There we go. Hit it once, then go down here. Then you have to do this, annoyingly. It's the only way if you want the what is it called? Teleport powder, which bizarrely causes invincibility. Wonderful. Yeah, we do need this teleport powder for later on. There is a a very difficult part of this level coming up. Teleport powder would be handy for it, but I had to use it earlier because that annoying enemy that was in the fish thing. I wouldn't have bothered if I hadn't used it up, but never mind. If you have a cane, use it now to get up there, and you won't have to go through the fish bit. But otherwise, you have no choice. No, I couldn't jump. Okay, in the water. Unfortunately, the nice music that comes in the water in previous levels isn't here now. The one that goes da 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 da, the one I really like. That's it. Now this business again. Just remember, it doesn't matter if you touch the top one. That's it. Just go through carefully. That's it. Doesn't matter if you go on the left or the right up here. Just easier just to go on the right, really. There we go. Lovely. Although annoyingly, I have to do this again. I hate that so much. I was tempted to use the teleport powder, but I do need it. Oh, that was close. Oh, I hate that. Right. Quickly run through this like before. Go, 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 go. Good. We're nearly done. Nearly done. We need to get through that bit. Yeah, that's the bit we need the teleport. That's the bit for which we need the teleport powder. Ah, screw him. Okay, now this bit is annoying. This is why we want the teleport powder. Don't take your time, just go through it. It is possible to do without the teleport powder, it's just extremely difficult. Now, if you remember, you just have to, if you drop down there and quickly get the 2 blocks, you can make the flames go away, jump over each one by one, they'll disappear off the screen, and then you can get the block and the frog separately without the flames annoying you. Then it's just a case of doing a big jump, jump carefully onto the brick wall or jump over the flame. It is quite difficult, but it is possible. You know, if you remember from earlier, there was a frog on the right and nothing else. So go down on the left. There we go. No point getting the frog. Now we want to get the scorpion first. Then we have to rather carefully jump over that and that. Good. Wonderful. And here's the last boss. It's lucky that you have managed to come this far. However, I'll put an end to that. Let's janken for 3 matches, and if you lose, I'll make you turn into stone. Now you must choose either the paper, scissors, or stone before the music stops. Okay, here the pattern is paper and then paper, and you can only know that from trial and error experimentation, because he's really tricky. He changes a lot at the last minute. There we go. Darn it, I lose. After you do this, you have to defeat him properly, and it can be quite tricky, but there's a trick for doing it, which I'll show you. There we go. Darn it, I lose. Well, it looks like that's the way it's meant to be. Okay, take this. Okay, then you blocked off on the left. Just try to avoid the shots like that and get as close to him as possible. That's it, stand about there, that's it, perfect. And then hit his head 3 times. And 3, there we go, that's done. Then he'll leave the moonlight symbol for you. I don't know why it makes Alex walk all the way to the left before you can get it. To walk back. But yeah, that's the end of Janken the Great. He's turned into stone. Then go up here, and then this happens. Thank you, Alex. Your mother is well and in good hands. Please save the Redaction people with your most powerful weapon, the crown. Okay, and that's that. So get that, and then here's the final level. Okay, try to get 2 of these if you can. No, just 1, never mind. Doesn't matter, we don't need it. And then we're in the water. Okay, one of those things is coming from the bottom. He's going to shoot at me, isn't he? So I better wait over here. Ooh, yep, just made it good. Right, let's go and kill him. He's a pain. Good, got him. Right, that was a bit close though. We don't have to get these, but I'll get them anyway, why not? It's near the end of the game. Lovely. Okay, and then walk up to the door, and then you use the sunlight and moonlight symbols automatically. Let's have a look and see what we have. Sunlight and moonlight symbols, or shields, whatever they are. The telepathy ball, the notepaper, the slab, which we're about to use, and 1 magic capsule A. We have 1,590 units of currency, 14 lives, and 71,000 points for our score. Okay, now here you have to stand on the symbols in the right order. If you stand on the wrong one, then a ghost appears, and there's no way out of here, so you're pretty much dead. Now, how do we know which symbols to stand on which to stand rather? Well, you have to have a look at your stone slab. Okay, so if you notice, the crown is in the bottom left corner, so we have to start in the top right corner. So we want to stand on the sun, then the waves, then the moon, then the star. Then the sun, then the moon, then the waves, then the fish, then the star, then the fish, and then we get the crown. Or rather than the crown appears. So the sun, waves, moon, star. first of all. So we want the sun, waves, moon, what was the next one, sorry? Then the star, then the sun, and the moon, and the waves. Star, then the sun, then the moon, then the waves. And then finally, we want the fish, then the star, then the fish. Yes, if you stand on the wrong one, that will make a ghost appear, and you can keep on making loads and loads of ghosts appear, and you're pretty much dead. Then you have to avoid the spikes. If you have a magic capsule B, I advise you to use it here, just because you can, and because there's no point in not using it, because you're about to complete the game. Otherwise, you'll have to try not to stand or touch the, try not to stand on or touch the spikes. There we go. But if you have a magic capsule B rather, you might as well use it. And that's it. The heroic action taken by Alex Kidd resulted in the downfall of Janken the Great and a return of peace and tranquility to Redaxion. In a dazzling coronation, Eagle, his elder brother, became the king of Redaxion. The citizens who were turned into stone reverted back to human beings through the power of the crown. Alex was overjoyed that he was able to use his martial arts skills for the good of the citizens. Some doubt still lingers in his mind as to whether or not all of the sinister enemy forces were actually destroyed. Added to this fear is the uneasiness he feels because of the fact that the whereabouts of his father, King Sander, is still unknown. The end. Yeah, which sort of contradicts what happens. Contradicts what happens in Alex Kidd High Tech World, where his father's just in the castle, which is why there's more evidence that Alex Kidd High Tech World isn't really properly an Alex Kidd game, where it wasn't intended to be. Anyway, so we've got 71,000 points, and that's the end of the game. I hope I showed you everything. If I missed something, a secret or something, please let me know. Leave a comment. I'll be really happy to hear of it. My next video series is going to be Legend of Zagor, Fighting Fantasy game book. For some reason, I didn't think when I first did Warlock of Firetop Mountain a few years ago, I didn't think they'd be so popular. I just did it as a laugh, really, because I saw no one else had done something like that. But bizarrely, they're really popular. Loads of people have subscribed to my channel because of my Fighting Fantasy books. They just read out in my droning voice and type it on a text file. People really like that. I'm really pleased they like it, but I didn't think people would like that. And people have been asking me, oh, when are you going to do another one? Do Legend of Zagor, do this, do that. They take a lot of time to do because I have to sort of work out the perfect route and then record it all, and then reading it takes ages, and it sort of I have to stare at the computer screen for ages. Sort of hurts my eyes a bit. But I'm going to do Legend of Zagor. Someone left a comment. I can't remember your name. I apologise for that. Was it William or something? William something or other. If I'm wrong, I apologise, but since you asked first, you said because on Legend of Zagor you can choose which character to use. He asked me, and I'm going to do it because he's actually the hardest character. I'm going to choose the wizard. I can't remember his name. I'm going to choose the wizard, and he asked me to pay 5 gold pieces to read the poem or something like that. So I shall do that. You can be either, I think you can be Anvar the Barbarian, Braxus the Warrior, Stubble the Dwarf, and I think the wizard's name is Salazar or something. Something like that. Anyway, so it's the last in the Zagor Fighting Fantasy books. So Zagor has come back again after being defeated 2 times, and so we have to defeat him again. Apparently the easiest character to use is, of course, Anvar the Warrior, or whichever one the Warrior is, not the Barbarian. He's the easiest one to use, of course. And Salazar is the hardest, so look forward to that one. I'm going to be very busy from mid-September onwards. So after I do Legend of Zagor, I don't know if I'll have enough time to do the other videos I had planned, which is Spyro Year of the Dragon. I don't know if I'll have time to do that. I certainly, if I do have time to do it, after I do that series, I certainly won't have enough time to do videos for probably quite a long time. I apologise for that in advance. I'm going to be extremely busy with some new commitments in my life. which I've been towards which I've been working for several years. So I apologise for that. I can't change that. So mid-September onwards, there's going to be a lull in the number of videos that are going to be made in this channel for the foreseeable future. Thank you for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. I've been making these videos. I've had this channel since 2009. I only had a couple of videos uploaded, some of the music videos I uploaded originally. And I only started making video game related videos in 2012, so I've been making videos now, yeah, about August 2012, after I got the laptop I had before this one. So I've been making video game videos for about 6 years now, and I've reached 1,000 subscribers. It did reach 1,001 yesterday night, and now it's gone, as I predicted, it's gone down, but it hasn't gone down to lower than 1,000. It's at 1,000 now, so thank you very much for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. I didn't believe that I could reach 500 subscribers, that's why I did a special video for that. And to reach 1,000 was quite a milestone. I didn't realise I'd be that popular, so thanks very much, it's really touching. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough of Alex Kidd in Miracle World. I actually really like the game now. It's still not my favourite, or one of my favourite Master System games, but it's definitely up there with it's a classic Master System game. It has that old Master System charm that I talk about that early Master System games had, like Black Belt and Kung Fu Kid and things. It's certainly, I still prefer Alex Kidd in Shinobi World, just because of, I don't know, it's just more playable. It was also the first Alex Kidd game I ever played, really. So that will always hold a special place in my heart. But this is definitely a really, really good Master System game, and I didn't play this originally until 2006 or something, 2005 or something, I can't remember. Yeah, so I didn't really grow up with it. So like Phantasy Star, there's no nostalgia with this game really, but I can certainly appreciate why other people think it is the best Master System game. But the best Master System game for me will always be Populous, I'm afraid. Always. It's just the playability and the longevity of that game. I still play it for fun even now. It's still I can still pick it up and play it, and it's still, in my opinion, the best Populous game on a console. Much better than Populous on the Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo, and certainly the Game Boy. Populous on those games, it's harder to control because it's sort of like more of a sort of like an analog control with the mouse pointer. It's difficult to get the mouse pointer exactly on the bit of land that you want to raise or lower, whereas on the Master System version it's easier to do that because it only works it moves the mouse cursor with squares rather than wherever you want it. So it's just easier to play the Master System version. It's the best version of Populous that I've played anyway. Anyway, yeah, so I'll do Legend of Zagor after this one, and maybe if I have time, Spyro Year of the Dragon. That might have to drag on a bit. I'll see if I can do videos every now and then, but I might not. I probably won't have time. So yeah, so thanks a lot for subscribing and watching my videos, and I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. I hope you can watch Legend of Zagor when I finally do it. Thanks again, and goodbye.